At Times Network India Economic Conclave, I am being joined by Dr. Gita Gopinath. And thank you so much for speaking with us. My first question to you is you met Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman yesterday. She was here sharing insights of India's economic growth. How do you assess this growth story?
India has a very good growth story in terms of just the sheer numbers. The most recent quarter, the growth was over 8%. So for most countries in the world, that's a dream growth rate. So I think this is very good. What is of course required is to undertake sustained reforms to keep the growth up, also to create enough jobs, which will require both skilling of the workforce, but also in terms of policies, ease of doing business, deregulation. All of that is going to be very important. The finance minister, I think, laid out a pretty good vision for all the things that need to be addressed. I wish everybody luck.
And ma'am, today's topic is navigating geoeconomics. We all know how turbulent politics is. Amid the ongoing trade war, India has managed to stay afloat. Right. What are we doing right?
India has done well in terms of improving its public infrastructure, both the physical infrastructure, but also the digital public infrastructure. And I think those two pieces of it are helping growth in India. The whole GST reform, including what was done to simplify it recently, is again something that has been helpful. Implementing the labor codes, again something done recently, very helpful. So all of this is moving it in the right direction. Of course, for India's growth, it also matters what's happening with the monsoon. It has been good monsoon, so it's been good luck too. But again, I think all of these factors have offset the drag to the economy that's come from the higher tariffs that the US has imposed on India. But again, what is required for India to continue to grow is indeed continuing to develop, doing reforms at home.
Right. Ma'am, you also served at IMF and now you're back at Harvard. How are the two worlds different?
Oh, they're very different. I mean, at the IMF, I was squarely in the policy space, engaging with countries and seeing how we could work with them to help them in terms of their growth ambitions and macro stability. Obviously, at Harvard, I am mainly working with students and other professors and other colleagues and digging deep into research, for which that was a bit of a luxury I couldn't afford when I was at the IMF, but now I have more time for that.
And that brings me to my next question. What are those things which Indian universities can learn from their US counterparts and vice versa also?
Yeah. So, by the way, there's a huge growth happening in universities in India too. I mean, you just see many, many more of them coming up. You have the whole liberal arts education style also that's being done, where students can touch many different subjects as opposed to just focusing on one. So a lot is happening there. It's just that the scale is just so big in India. It's going to require so many more such institutes, and also to have the faculty and the teachers that can train the next generation.
But can they learn something from us?
Everybody's learning things from India too. I would say the one area where India has really stood on the global stage is on UPI. The whole unique identity, the payment interface, the UPI payment interface, that is something that everywhere when I used to travel around the world, when they thought of India, they thought of UPI.